Hello students. Now I am quite sure that you are well versed with what genetics is all about. We had taken many lessons in that particular topic where we studied what DNA was all about. We got into the genetic basis of inheritance. We studied about Mendelian characteristics. We studied about how variation is brought about. We studied about mutations. Now we are going to take up that genetics and introduce engineering into it. So what we have next as the topic of our studies is genetic engineering. Now this is a very basic term, again, as I often ask you to do, that break this term and understand. This will have something to do with genes, and when I say genes, now that we are well introduced that genes are nothing but sequences on DNA which have a particular function, and in terms of protein they express themselves. So we are dealing with DNA, and when I say engineering, you know that engineering is something where we alter whatever is given to us. Now supposedly you have a civil engineer, you would give all the resources to that particular person and he will make out a building out of those resources, like you have mortar, you have cement, you have bricks, and what you get in return is something new is for you. The engineer is presenting it to you. And what is engineering? Engineering is doing something onto the actual structure and then getting something modified. So basically in engineering we are going to modify something and get a resultant object. Now DNA has to be modified, and what we get in return after this DNA alteration has been done, a DNA which is not like the previous one but is having some other DNA, and the DNA that has undergone the changes is known as recombinant DNA. Now enough of introduction, this is what we have to study. We take genes, in turn we are taking DNA, that DNA has to be modified, it has to be altered, and recombinant DNA is to be formed, and from there we have many topics which come under the ambit of your syllabus, which says that under recombinant DNA technology, first of all you have to see that this is an entire branch known as biotechnology. So we are dealing with biotechnology. You might have heard in recent times that a new branch of biology has emerged where we have biotechnology. Many people are pursuing degrees in biotechnology. So this is that branch of biology which deals with the study of recombinant DNA. Its study, its production, its applications, that all is covered under biotechnology. So you are implying some sort of engineering concept or some sort of technology into living things, and that is known as biotechnology. Now you can say that if supposedly a person is being treated, a patient is being treated with a medicine, instead of medicine I would say it with a machinery. A person on dialysis, dialysis is some sort of technology, and person is living. So that will not be biotechnology, because we deal with manipulation of DNA in biotechnology. So this particular field of biology has to deal with alteration of DNA, and that covers recombinant DNA technology. Now whenever there is some technology involved, it has certain tools. So we have the tools which are available for this DNA technology, recombinant DNA technology. We will study about those. Then we have a term known as restriction enzymes. Till the next lesson, you come to that lesson, you watch it, think about it, what these enzymes would be serving the purpose. Again, the key lies that this name has something hidden in it. Okay, we will come to that in the next lesson, but for now you can put on your thinking process. Then we have vectors. These vectors are not as you have in physics, but these are the vectors as we had in the case of Plasmodium. Mosquito was a vector. It was carrying the disease to certain place. So because we are dealing with DNA and recombinant DNA, vector would be something which would be carrying recombinant DNA into the host, alright. you can draw a parallel with the malarial parasite being carried by the vector known as Anopheles mosquito. It has to go into the host. So, vector would serve such a purpose. That means it would carry the recombinant DNA into a suitable host. Enough of introduction, I guess. Then whatever host is considered, it has undergone a change, it has become recombinant. So, we have to make sure that the particular recombinant DNA or the alien DNA or whatever terms you will come across, that is regenerated in enough amount so that we get the desired product that we were seeking as a result of this recombinant DNA technology. There is another term known as RNA interference that will be studied. You can just skip it, keep it in mind that we have RNA interference as well. When we study about it, it's better to understand it at that time. I would not suggest thinking about it at present. We'll think about it, we'll talk about it in the lessons. Lastly, there is application of recombinant DNA technology. Now that this is entirely a branch dedicated to DNAs, what are the applications of such new field of biology where we deal with our DNA technologies, how they are useful at the front in where we have practical usage. Then we have GMOs. What are these GMOs? They are genetically modified organisms. Again, we will talk about few of the GMOs, we will discuss what are their applications, and with this you will have another topic in which you will have enough knowledge to talk about and write good answers whenever asked about.